All right. It says I'm streaming. I guess we'll see. Oh, I got that double audio again. Let's shut that one off. Hide, unhide, rename. How did I shut it off before? Come on now. Okay, maybe that worked. Oh, goodness sakes. Let's see. I suppose I should go on to YouTube and see if it's running. Because it is. Oh, I am streaming. I'm live right now. I don't know about that thumbnail though. What the heck did I... Oh, begin anywhere. Oh, that's a good message. It's hard to see, but it works. Okay. I will leave it at that. Goodness sakes, man. Wow. Excuse me. That inhaling thing, that's rough. Jeez. Oh. Ooh. So, I thought I was going to set up some sort of specific craft to do, and I discovered that I actually have a whole bunch of stuff I want to do before I put other stuff away. So, I just thought I would do a Casey Street style craft and chat, and I'll just do whatever comes to my brain, and I'll sit here and see if anybody comes to chat with me. You never know. The first thing I want to do is continue some stuff on my mixed media piece because I want to put in some more tiny bits before I put it away. So I got out, oh, doubles of this one apparently. So I got out some more tiny bits. I didn't realize I already had these tiny bits out. So now I have lots and lots of tiny bits out to choose from. Let's put that up there and that up there, up there. I still have my mixed media mat out, so maybe when I'm done with this I could do some seriously messy stuff. I always like messy stuff. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. I feel like this is too blank and too muddy and whatever back here, and I want to kind of add something. Not any of this though. Oh, I have doubles of that. Don't need doubles. Don't need... Oh, those are both running low. I think I'll keep both of those out. That is a double, but it is, you know, they're running out. I found that this one is too bright. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming it is. And I do not want any of these on the cover. You know what though? I have a different set of this that is colored with ink, so they look old and grungied up, and they might go in the project I'm gonna do next. So I'm just gonna, oh, nope, they're a totally different style. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one out and tuck it in there because I might use it in that next project. Maybe, baby. Oh, I see where I was going with this, but I think this is probably not. Oh, this perfume bottle would go in the journal nice, though. Okay, I'll think about it. Ooh, that was a good pick. Mushrooms. Tulips. I'm going to say no because I can't say yes to everything. That would be ridiculous. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer. Do. True. I'm not sure. I go crazy all for the love of you. I think I'll skip the daisies and stick with this stuff. Okay, right off the bat, I think I will use some of this because if I put in a little bit of yellow, I pull out her hair. And I like that idea. So let's maybe try this one right here. Ah, it's not coming up. Okay, let's try the other end. Maybe that's smarter. Smarter if I do the other end. There we go. And it's all upside down. Let's turn that over and maybe do, yikes, where does this flower go? Oh, where does it go? I think it goes right there. Goodness sakes, this is unfair. Turn it over. Try not to lose all the sticky. I should have started up here with these tiny bits and come down, because what I've got now is a mess that's going to look all discombobulated. There are ways to incorporate, right? So I will do those, but I'm just saying, I did not think this through properly. Now I got some goofy stuff going on. Okay, I'm going to stick that right there. Ooh. Okay, there's a good start. I'll take it. I will take it as a starting point and add 2 more somehow, somewhere of that sheet. This sheet, so that they go together. I think I like this one. Let's see if this one will come off. Upside right. And could we maybe put it over here? I want to put it over here, but then I would want this. I would want this flower petal to be in front of it. Oh, good grief. So there is a way to do that, but I'm not real happy about the how. What I would have to do is peel this up and cut a spot around the flower petal to tuck the new little tiny flower in. Ah! I'm gonna do it. All right, yep, I'm gonna do it. Let's make sure I know where this flower is gonna go. I want it to tuck in right there. So I need to cut. Ooh, I'm so nervous. I wish I had my I wish I knew how to use my bifocals better. I need better magnification glasses is what I need. So I'm going to cut right there. And did it work? It did not. Okay, do it again. I I've got a lot of layers on this thing, so it's not going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. It's going to be a little on the rough side. Okay, that one worked. And then I want to go up the other petal a little bit. Up the next petal over. Without making a giant mess of it. Oh gosh darn it, I can't see what I'm doing. This is not the way you want to do art. Hopefully you make these decisions before you put the glue on. But not me. No. Okay, let's see if I have enough sliced to make a proper tuck spot. Well, so far it's looking like no. I like that this little section is coming up though. I might be able to tuck stuff in there too. But here's what's the problem here. I can't get under this layer. So I think I've cut properly around the petal, but I don't have enough coming up from the base. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I need this out of the way. And then I can tuck this. Ah! I can tuck. Oh my. I wish I was more ambidextrous than I am. I am not very ambidextrous. Although I'm more so than I used to be. I used to be absolutely hopeless using my left hand for anything. I might have to just accept that because that's where it's going and it's really stuck. Okay. I think I will accept that. Let's see how that will look. Ooh, I am quite happy with that. Oh yeah. Okay, well that was a lot to get one little flower in. But I'm happy with it, and since it worked, I might do more of it. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, it would be easier to reprint this flower if I thought I saved it. But it would be hard to get it the same size and yeah, whatever. I will just keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna cut out another little section of this flower. If this mixed media piece gets absolutely destroyed, anybody who decides to watch will learn all of the things to not do when you're creating a thing. Oh goodness, that's rough. Okay, let's see if I got under there enough to tuck another flower in. If I keep doing this, I'll have this whole flower chopped off and then I can tuck in all kinds of stuff. Oh, funny way to do art. Backwards, completely backwards. Okay, that is definitely cut enough. So let's find something else to tuck in there. I think I'll stick with the yellow so that we've got the magic number 3 bit going on. And maybe we'll go for a little bit bigger piece. No, that doesn't tuck in very well. How about this one? That one? Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this one. Oh wait, there, I didn't see those. No, okay. I'm gonna pull this one right here. Okay. And I'm going to tuck it as far in as I can get. In fact, I'm going to cut a little farther. So I'm going to go right there. get it tucked in there as far as I can. And then I have an idea for 2 more specks of yellow. And we'll see if that will, I'll take a look at it and see if I want to do it in just a sec here. Shoot. There we go. Gosh darn it, this is not working very well. Get in there. Okay, I'm gonna call that good right there. Because it's putting up a fight, man. There we go. Now, here's what I had as far as the other yellow. I have this one sticking up from the bottom. It's really small, and I don't like how these just go dot, 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 right? Like stair steps. So I thought I could take one of these wispy bits, maybe, and, oh, it's that same wispy bit. So maybe another one of these wispy bits, right, to extend that one, to make it a bit of a different shape and feel. Oh, there we go, like that one. It might actually take 2. Okay, I see. Okay, here, look. I have this one. This is a good shape to extend, but it stops too much in a straight line. I don't like that. So I'm going to add this wispy bit to the previous wispy bit. And then I don't like how this line right here goes completely straight. But this sheet has little dot bits on it, and I saw a little yellow dot bit. There we go. So I'm going to take this up and add it to the side right here to change the shape of that little flower cluster. Okay, now I hate it even more. Oh, I should pull my camera in. Yeah, I'm working on stuff that's way too tiny to see if I don't pull in farther. So now I don't like it because now I've got this backward L shape. So I need to change it a little more even. So let me see if it has another small yellow cluster, and it, oh no, that's a whole flower. Let's see, it's got big yellow clusters. Let's see if this is too much though. Well, I broke it, so it's smaller now. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Wow, I am not at all happy with, I'm not at all happy with how that's going. What could I do? I think I'm just going to put that on there because it does change the shape. It doesn't, oh gosh darn it, I'm not happy. Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. I can, here, this might help, actually. Let's put this little tiny, let's put this little tiny leaf in there. Like so. Oh, shoot. And then let's put a little white dot bit down here. Now what do we got? Okay, I'm not unhappy with that little cluster anymore, but I definitely need to leave it alone because it's getting a little unruly. Now, over on this side, I thought if I add another speck of yellow, so it's got a tiny bit of yellow in this flower right here, but that's not a great flower, right? It's not, it is a great flower. It's a fabulous flower, but it doesn't pull her hair down here as much as I'd like. So I don't want to do this anymore. That's on this side. I'm going to set this aside and then take a look at what else we could use. One thing I could definitely do is, this is definitely a part of a cluster of mushrooms that goes kind of up here. So let's see if a mushroom would work. The only one with yellow really is that one, and it's more orange than yellow, and it's a bit bold. Okay. Well, wait, there's one. No, that's not working. So I'm going to go back to the flowers. There's a bright yellow. What if we put a couple of these on this side, or just even one maybe? Maybe. Maybe it's a good answer. I kind of want to save these, the orchidy bits, to hang from the tree. So I don't know about this. These have yellow in them. So maybe just a bit of yellow will work. I think I'm going to pull one off and see, because I can't really tell for sure if this will work because there's so much visual stuff going on. What if that's just peeking in from the side? Like so. That's actually kind of cool, isn't it? It screams that there should be more of them, though, for sure. Let's see if there are any other bits with more yellow. These are so pink. Oh, the other sheet. Let's see what the other sheet still has. Yeah, this is not great for the yellow edition, but it is doing something. So I'm going to take this one and put it here. Yeah. Oh, well, here somewhere. I think here. I like that. And then let's just check and see. Maybe there is one. No, all the whole flowers are gone. What if I put two together and made a whole flower? Ooh, that's kind of neato. The other option would be to use this cluster right here and just add some serious yellow to the center where it's a little more muted than I want it to be. Absolute valid choice. Oh, and looks good right there. I think I'm going to do that, guys. The other idea was fun though. So somewhere in the journal, maybe I'll put two of these bits together and create a single flower out of two. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Let's take a look at the orchid type ones and see if we can get them hanging from the trees. Possibly using some leaves as joining bits, because I don't have any viney stuff small enough for these flowers within the tree, really. I'm not sure, maybe some of these leaves. Okay, so here's the flower I kind of want to use in the tree. It's an orchid, and I think I could put it like so. Kind of tuck this little branch right here into these leaves right here so that it kind of, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Does anybody know what I'm saying? Because I'm not sure I do. I kind of want to check it out and see if it'll work, but I'm kind of nervous. This one, okay, so they have ones that go different directions. I love that. I love that. Let's get a speck coming up. And then get it peeled off of here. And if that were to tuck back there, how would that look? Oh my goodness, I love it. But I forgot that I've got this thing going on too. If I put this across here, who are you? Maybe what I want to do is have this hanging over the maybe bleh, bleh, bleh. Maybe I want this bit hanging over the sign. No, I don't like that. Gosh, I don't know anymore. The sign kind of changes the whole thing. You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. I will put this sheet of flowers in the box for this project, and I will save this concept for after this stuff is attached. The only other thing I want to look at today is down here where this bit came up. Is there anything fun I can put peeking in over here? Oh, and you know what? The thing I should really revisit is the mushrooms, because this is the mushroom scene. I'm sorry about my arms. Let me do this. Put those back in the box. Put those in the box. In the box. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's set those aside because those are just going to go in the box with the project. And let me take a peek. Is there a space for mushrooms? Of course there is. There's always space for mushrooms. Is there a proper mushroom for the project? Oh, yes, I see at least one. I want that one right there. Guess what? It means I'm going to have to cut another spot because I want it tucked in. Of course I do. I wouldn't want to do anything easy. Okay, let's make sure I know where I want to tuck it first, because this cutting into your artwork can be tricky. Oh my goodness. What do I want? I should put the morel mushroom in here because that is the official mushroom of Minnesota, and that's where I live. So, and then I could put that little cluster in as well. Although they're tiny, maybe they should go backward instead of forward. Indecisive, indecisive, indecisive. I just wrote a new song. Did you like it? No, it's coming forward. Tiny little mushrooms are coming forward. I want that one. Okay, yep, I'm going to put one right here, tucked behind these ferny bits. So I'm going to have to cut, yikes, I'm going to have to cut a little window. Don't cut your fingers off. Oh, yikes, and I want to come down here as well. Okay, so I know, excuse me, I think I better take a drink of my coffee. Oh my goodness. I'm a little froggy now. Okay. Okay. It's the stress of cutting holes in your artwork that is getting me, I guess. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I think that's, wait, I have to get a little over here, but I think that's enough. I don't need a ton. Oh, no, don't do that. You'll wreck stuff. Okay, I don't need a ton of leeway there. Okay, so I wanted this one because of its yellow specks. It will help with the stuff that we just got done doing with the flowers. Oh, and then I wrecked it. We'll put this one in if I can repair it, because I accidentally folded it on itself. Can I? Oh, shoot, rats, bummer. I think I got it. I may have gotten it. I got it. Ha! I win. I love when I win. All right, I'm going to tuck this in. Right. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Right there. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can find another to put in that same space. So a similar mushroom in a different direction would be good, but more than one would be better. So maybe that set of two. Yeah. I like that. Okay. Okay, let's tuck this one in about there-ish. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna wreck this thing and just know it. Why do I do these silly things? Okay. is this not opening? I can get the blade in, but it won't open for me to get the mushrooms in. Don't you hate it when your mushrooms refuse to behave? There we go. Take it. Take the win. Let go. There we go. I got it in there.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I didn't ask you anything. Okay. I got it. Oh, I'm so happy. So yeah, the morel. Let's get the morel in somewhere. And just because there are no mushrooms on the other side, I will put the single mushroom over here somewhere, I think. Well, it's kind of fun behind the flowers that I just got done doing and fighting with. Yeah, I'm going to do that. It's going to be a little tricky, but I don't think this one will be as tricky as the last one I just did. The tricky part of this will be that I can't cut a space around because the stickers I'm using are so delicate and thin that I just have to try to peel them up a speck without breaking them. There's actually a bit of the paper flower parts that are coming up, but I don't want it in that spot. Okay, I think I got it. And then, do I want the double morels or the single morel? Yeah, I think it's got to be the single. I think it's got to be this single morel. There are a few different double morel mushrooms on here, but I think all of them are going to be kind of awkward to put in that space. I think this will look better because the doubles all mimic the cluster of flowers that's already there, and it just looks like a giant glob, and I've already got it more globby than I'd like, so. So I'd like this one right up. Oh, I broke the flower. I knew I was gonna do that. Gosh darn me. That's all right. This is coming up. That'll help. So if I put this little guy right there. Okay, go back down. If I put this little guy right here, then I can put this little guy back on to incorporate him. Oh, there we go. All right. I got the little morel in there. It's really hard to see, but I know it's there. There it is. There you go. Look at that. That's pretty cute, really. All right, and then I wanted to see if there was something to have peeking in here. Maybe I can, I don't know if I can, but maybe I can put a double morel in there just to, no, I can't do that. You know what I need for that spot is something more like those half flowers that are on the other side, the really dark burgundy one. And I think I put that sheet away. I did. Here it is. See, one of these would work, and then it would be partly covered, so it would look different than the other ones. but it would bring the color over. Here. See, it would be, what if I put it just like that? So it would just be peeking in ever so slightly. Or up here. No, it's got to go down there, doesn't it? Because up further, it just looks silly all by itself. Maybe not. Choices, choices, choices. If I did it with that double one, yeah, it's got to go down. Okay. It's got to go down toward the bottom, and I'm going to go ahead and use the one with the little bit coming off of it, and I'm going to put it right there. And, oh shoot, I got it down too low. Ah, no, you cannot be there. Come back up. Get back up. I mean, how did you get so hooked on your placement already? You've only been there like a second. Okay, there we go. Okay, I gotta come up a speck. Like so-ish. Come on. Okay, I think I win. I do. All right, let's glue that section back down and see how that looks. Come here, you. Not far. Oh, sorry. Shoot. Okay. All right. I'm going to use my scissor and chop off a few of these little specky bits. Then I'm going to dye. Well, it's kind of dyeing, isn't it? I'm going to use my ink pad to go around the border again so it looks a little more framed. I think that'll end up getting covered up, but it helps me to see if there's more I want to do or stuff I got to take away or what have you. So let's put this, oops, what a mess. Let's put this on. Okay. All right, let's take a look and see how we're progressing. There. Okay, wait. Wait. There we go. All right, I better put that in the tray too, because now it's fully part of the plan. Don't know why my camera keeps going so lopsided. Maybe I keep hitting it and I don't know it. Or maybe I'm not putting it up and down very well. All right. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. I do see one place that I want to add just a tiny black line, and I don't think I have the proper pen in here. Nope, I took them all out of here, didn't I? It might have to wait, but I need a little bit of a shadow around the white caterpillar. And I need some glossy accent stuff. And I don't have glossy accents, but I need some kind of gloss. Let's see. Not that. None of you. I'm going to try to find the triple thick I have. But if I can't find it in just like a minute, we will move on to the next project. Honestly, there's no telling which drawer I might put it in. Oh, I found it. Okay, let's do this. And I don't want a paintbrush because I want tiny spots. Tiny, tiny spots. I wonder. I need to look at something. Yep, okay. All right, let's do some tiny specks of shine. Here's something that's bugging me. So this hookah is sort of floating, and technically so is this one too, but this one could be technically sitting on the mushroom, but this one is not sitting on anything. So I think I need to create some kind of base for this. If I have another picture, if I printed another copy of this, maybe I'll cut out the hookah and make a base for it and then glue it on so it'll be more dimensional. It is already a little dimensional because this is a separate piece on front of this, so it would just be more dimensional, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't think I have any more of this guy and his pipe. Oh well, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Let's see here. I need something that I'm not gonna wreck. Let's just use this chunk and put some gloss out. And we're gonna put it on with this tiny little thing, because that way I hope I won't make a big fat mess. I'm great at making big fat messes. This is even too big for me to be using. Okay. All right, got one eye. And another eye. Gosh, I hope this dries as clear as I want it to. If I've destroyed their eyes, I'll have to start all over, and I don't wanna. I should have tested this somewhere else to see if it's as clear as I want, because I honestly don't remember. Brilliant Gloss Glaze. create a clear high gloss finish. Okay. I mean, that's what I thought I remembered. Sorry, I'm quiet. I have to concentrate on this part. It's very intense. This is where, if you were watching golf, the announcer would start whispering. She's getting everything lined up. And she's practicing a swing. This is the toughest one we've seen all day. All right, the hard part's over. Just a little more patience through the next part. Another really tough part. And there you have it. Hole in one. All right, let's try the other one. Okay, let's try this. I don't know why I'm bothering to do this one, because I really do think I'm gonna have to print another one, or find another print that I might have already made. And cut it out and create a base. But at least I'll know if I like the way this looks or not. I have a feeling I should have put this gloss only on the blues parts and done something else on the metal parts, but too late to second guess that, so I won't. All right. I am going to put matte medium over the whole thing. So when I do that, I'm just going to have to be really careful to not do the parts of the eyes and the pipes that I want to stay glossy. So if I don't like the metal parts super glossy, I can change that later when I cover the whole thing. If I do like it, it just means I have to be super careful. And I already know that, so I'm good with that. All right, one more thing. Let's try. Let's see about this. Going here. I don't know. I don't know if it's, I don't know. All right, let's set this aside to dry, and we'll close up this project for now. And I will do this next. So, this is a whole pack full of digital prints of dolls. And I am going to separate out the ones I want to keep for me and the ones I do not wish to keep. So I don't do any kind of, singles, want to mingle, or whatever. I'm not a single person. So I don't know if you're supposed to swipe left for yes or right for whatever. That's going to be an I don't think I'm going to keep it. And this is going to be I'm definitely going to keep it. And the ones I'm not going to keep are probably going to go in a pick a pickled paper pack sale on my sale night. They could also go in packs for freebies. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. I might be keeping more than I thought I was. I really only wanted a couple for... I was inspired when I was watching. And I thought of a project I wanted to do. So I bought the pack. And now I can't remember at all what my idea was. So I'm going to keep a handful that might have been the piece I was intending to use. Oh, that one's awfully pretty, but it's not right. It's not right for me. They're all pretty, really. Ooh. She looks kind of mad. Hello. I've just been sitting here. I've been here for quite a while now. Just working away. I decided to not really pull out a single craft that I need to do because I have a lot to do and I can't really get my brain around what I need to do. So I'm just going to do a bunch. Oh, she looks mad. Mad. She is mad. This one looks... I'm not sure how this one looks. That one looks a little disturbing to me. This one is super pretty, but I know somebody else who might love that one and they might need it. So I'll put that in the giveaway pile or sell pile or whatever. I'll keep that one. And I will keep this one. Oh, that's a toss-up. Toss-up. I'll put that in the I'm not sure pile. Oh, this one's gorgeous. And I do not want it. I'm going to put that in the I don't know pile too. Oh, she's so melancholy. I think I might need to keep this one too. All right, so there's my I won't keep them pile. Here is my I will keep them pile. Let's check them out now. Then maybe if I see what I've got in here, maybe it will help me decide. Oh, of course I laid them in the glue. I laid them in the glue over there, guys. Whatever. Doughhead. Okay, so anyways, I was saying maybe if I put them in an array like so. I'm going to have to pull the camera out farther. Whee! And let's scoot this pile over so we can get more ladies in the frame. Okay. Oh gosh, I wish I could turn off the autofocus. That is not cool. I will find how to do that. I'll put that on my things to do first list in OBS. Why is everything on autofocus? All right, so there is the array of dolls I've kept so far. I want to weed out anything that there's too much of. And then I have to figure out if these are legit ads or if they're just repeating what I've already kept. So first of all, is there anything that there's too much of? I think this lady might be too much altogether. Like, she's a lot. She's got a lot going on. Yeah, I'm going to put her in the not keeping pile. Too much visual input for me. But she's lovely, so maybe somebody else will love her very much. Oh, what else do I want / need? I'm absolutely keeping this one because I love that face. I'm keeping Miss Melancholy because I feel like there's a story to be told here. All right, let's see if I add these two in. Does this feel like a nice variety and set of stuff? These two could be sisters. The way they're dressed and the way they look. Except her clothes are way older, so she must be the younger sister and she got her hand-me-downs. Aw, poor thing. See, I'm already telling a story. Let's take a peek. I'm looking in the screen so I can see from a better angle. Yeah, I like the variety I have. I'm not so sure I want to keep this one. Gosh, it's lovely though. Is it the only one I have? No, this one I have a full stand too. It's not the only one I have a full stand of. The dress is, they're all unique, right? There aren't any copies here, but the dress is not unique enough to say I need that. And her face is lovely. But again, it's not a unique expression necessarily, so I don't necessarily need it for that purpose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's see how I feel if I don't keep her. How do I feel about this set of 8? And stop putting your art in the glue. How am I going to use these bits if I have glued them to my desk? All right, let's see how we feel about this set of 8 dolls. If I keep this set for myself. Why is everything so lopsided? Okay, let's take a peek. What do we got? I kind of like that variety. I think that's it. I think I'm happy with my decision. I am keeping these 8 and the rest will go into packs or pick a pack of pickled papers. Having a tough time with that today. Don't know why. It's not that hard. Yeah, that was good. I am happy with the choices. I love them all, don't get me wrong. It's just that I don't need to keep so much stuff. I would rather share the wealth. So, this is my pile. Maybe. I don't know if I like this one. Keep it. Keep it. It's Anne of Green Gables, right? Not red enough hair. But, you know, something. What about this one? Who is this? I think her name is Amelia? No, Emily. This is Emily. Okay, this is Anne. This is Emily. Oh, this one is Lydia. This one is possibly Megan. Is this Megan? No, it needs something more delicate, huh? How about Polly? Or Poppy? Good grief. All right, if you watch the replay, put it in the comments. What is her name? Elizabeth. She might be a Beth. Okay, moving on. Who is she? She is Julia. She might be a Julia. Whoa. She might be, who is she? She is, she is, wow, I'm drawing a blank now. Maybe I can't name them all today. Margaret? Is she Margaret? Welcome back, Mr. Fred. I'm trying to name the doll pictures I decided to keep. Hi, Christy. How you been? Where have you been all my life? I think her name might be Margaret. Let's see. Oh, her name is Becky. Rebecca. Her name is Rebecca. I bet I won't remember what I named them when I get all the way through. Her name is Lindsay. Lindy. Should I name her after Lindy? I might have to name her after Lindy. That's a good name. And we're back to Anne. I'm going to see if I remember the names. I'm going to write them down. Oh, okay. Well, I say hi back. Okay, I'm going to say that this is Anne because I remember that. I believe I already forgot. Huh. Yep, I definitely already forgot. This is Lydia, though. I remember that. This is Lydia. Lydia. Let's see. I don't remember if I named her and what I named her. Oh, you know what? Here's what I did is I named this one Emily. And I don't think that should be Emily. Gosh darn it, my camera is just so lopsided. Maybe she shouldn't be Emily. Maybe this should be Emily. I'm gonna do that. I'm making a change. Emily. Mr. Casey is pretty awesome. Yeah, he's fun. He's fun. I agree. I forgot. Apparently I need to go back and look at their names. Is this Margaret? That might have been the one I named Margaret. All right, I only remembered 3 of the 8 names, and then I even changed one. So let me see who I have that I'm secured in. I have an Emily. I'm really happy with that name for her. I have Lydia. I am thrilled with that name for her. And I have a camera that's making me bonkers. And I have Anne, and I'm quite happy with that. I wonder if I should extend it and call her Annabeth. Annabelle. I'm going to do that. I'm going to name her Annabelle. Annabelle. All right. I will name the others some other day. Their names are not necessary, but I thought that was a good way for me to remember that this pile is the pile I'm keeping. Because I would not put it past me to divide them and then not remember what in the world I wanted. I know Margaret was one of them, right? And now I can't remember which one Margaret was. Now that you said that, I'm gonna go back and see, because I for sure had a Margaret. What was your grandmother's name? Fred, any grandmother, preferably one you liked. If you didn't like any, tell me the name of a grandmother you did like. Not everybody likes their grandparents, because not every grandparent deserves to be liked. It's just true. I know I had a good name for her. Now I can't remember it. Gosh, she's gorgeous. Not Margaret. Oh, she kind of looks like a Margaret, though, now that I say that. This one was Margaret. But now I want a different name for her. Margaret. Sandra, Georgiana, Julie, Margaret. Georgiana. Georgiana. Can I put an I in it? Sure I can. Georgiana. I like that name. Juliet. I could add Juliet, and I already have a Margaret. I'm just not sure who Margaret is. My grandmothers were Cora, Pearl, and May. Those are the only ones I know. Cora, Pearl, and May. And I didn't really like any of them. So I'm not going to use those. Georgiana. Is that her name? Ooh, she's cute. Georgiana. Juliet. Julia. No. Julie. Oh. Are you a Julie? Oh, she kind of looks like a Julie. Julie. Judith. I could name one Judith after my sister. I had a sister once upon a time. I have to figure out a way to keep my camera straight. You do have a lot of grandmothers. Look at them all. You have more than your fair share. I should name one after my sister, though. I totally should. So we need to find a Judith. Or a Judy. I don't know what her middle name was, but which one could be Judith? I kind of think this one, maybe. Could this one be Judith? I think this one is going to be named after one of your grandmothers. I think her name should be Georgiana. So I'm just going to call her Georgie. And I'm going to get a pen instead of a marker because that's a really long name, Georgiana. Georgiana! We'll call her Georgie for short. Okay, so we have another named one. Yay. And I think one of these should be Judith. But I do have 4 left. Do you see a Judith in these 4 anywhere? Judith. Yeah, okay, I have an opinion, but let's see what your opinion is. If we have the same one, then decision made. So 1, 2, 3, or 4 do you think should be Judith? Or Judy for short. Yeah. I don't know if I'm asking the right person for naming dolls, but hey, you're here, Fred. Okay, I'm gonna put a paper clip on this pile. 2. Oh, good grief. Not bad grief. I mean, good. I didn't mean good grief, apparently, because that's not the right word. But yes, that's the one I thought too. I think sure her name is going to be Judith. I don't know what I think of the name Judith in general. It's not a favorite of mine. But I do think it's appropriate to name a doll after my sister. I think that's kind of fun. All right, so now we have a Judith, a Georgiana, an Annabelle, a Lydia, an Emily, and 3 nameless somebodies. Who cares about them? Anywho, at least they're differentiated so I remember what's what. Next pile. Same thing. Don't want to keep it. Am going to keep it. And the I don't know, I'll decide in a minute pile. So I have no feel for what I want to do with this stuff. And the ones I know I want to keep are on the very bottom. Because I want this ship journal page. Wow, these are not going to fit. These are great big. And I want this port ship journal page. So those are definite keeps. They do not want to sit properly. That one I'm not sure because I don't have a feel for it yet. All right, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. I'm going to put the 2 that I want to keep for sure out like so. And then I'll just look at one at a time and see if it creates some kind of kit that works for me. So I'm thinking I'm going to keep this one, not because it's anything special over the others, but because it's got this section here and I like the feel of this ledger right here. So I think I will probably keep that one. This is still an I don't know because it's so generic. It could stay or it could go. It doesn't even matter. I don't like this one. Well, not that I don't like it, but I'm not keeping this one because I like the feel of this one better. And they're so identical, right? These are fairly interchangeable in my brain. Then this one, we're still with the Manchester accountant firm. And this one's not as generic, but I actually think if I want to keep one of these, I want to keep generic. Because it's just how versatile it is. Do I want to keep a Miller Hardware? Kind of. Maybe pile. No, not yet, because there's more of them. Let's try this one. Let's try this one right here. Miller's Hardware. Nope, not that one. There are 2 more. So I think I will keep all of that. I think I'm going to end up keeping this in. I understand that it's more Manchester, right? But then I can copy the theme inside, and because it's so generic, it's very versatile. So I'm going to assume I'm keeping that, and then there are 2 more to choose from. And they're both Miller's Hardware, so that will extend the kit, the mini kit I'm creating for myself. Much lighter feel for that one. And what about this one? This one has 2 things from Miller's Hardware, which would be cool because then it leaves 2 accountant and 2 hardware. And they're fairly distinct. Like this is, yeah. I'm going to keep that. Okay, so now I have made myself a mini kit out of my latest Sacred Mementos papers. And these other bits will go up for sale in kits or in, you know, I might create ephemera out of them and then sell created ephemera, or I might sell these as part of paper packs. And then this is the keep pile. I should be smart enough, since I have different colors of paper clips, to color code my paper clips so I remember which is which. But I will just find a section of scrap that does not have glue on it. And declare. I will declare mine. Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, one more thing until I get into an actual craft. I want to see what the heck is in here. Look at how many colors I'm dyed. Good grief. I hate to burst your bubble about Sesame Street, Fred, if you have a Sesame Street bubble, but I have discovered that I am very unhappy with Kermit the Frog because he has been lying for years and years and years. He has been telling us that it is not easy being green, and I want you to know that I find it extraordinarily easy to be green. I'm kind of green all the time. The disillusionment is real. I'm not, yeah, it's real. I don't think this is real suede, but it sure feels nice. Okay, so apparently I need to make a burgundy suede journal because this is gorgeous. The color and the feel of it are just fabulous. Okay, now I know what that is. Now, I'm going to work on this thing. Just get all this other stuff set aside also because it is all other, ow, don't hit stuff with your elbows. It is all other projects. So, I got to get my head around this journal. It's been a very long time since I've had it out. I never finished it, and it deserves to be finished. So, I'm going to try to get my head around it and work on it a little bit. It has seen a bit of moisture, so it's a tiny bit warped. So I'll have to add some bits and pieces that will, I don't think that, I mean, it doesn't have any water damage. It's got to be just time where it's been sitting all this time and humidity. I'm assuming that if I go over this with some ink and age it up, Photoshop or green or whatever, it's going to go with this journal because it's very floofy, and this is sort of a Victorian-ish floofy journal. So I'm just going to flip through it a bit. Well, that's kind of fun. Let's take a look and see what I was doing when I was working on this one. This is just a piece of paper tucked in, so obviously I meant to do something with it, or I was just using it for layering. I obviously started this journal quite a long time ago, before I learned other tricks about vellum, because I made a frame all the way around the vellum. That's kind of clever, actually. I'm going to have to remember that because that's kind of fun for keeping it straight and strong. Whoa! It's a flip down journal spot. Tree, but it's very weak. Okay, I'm going to have to do something to strengthen the tree. For sure. Because that's yeah, I'm not happy with that. I have a piece of certificate cardstock. I never did like using these, but I was kind of just early on, right? And I needed stuff. Oh, wait. In Melbourne? Wait a minute. Melbourne, Australia? Or Florida? We found someone's random journal. Oh, did you buy it? If you find cool stuff like that, I'll buy it from you. I did burst your bubble, didn't I? I mean, I don't mean to break hearts about Kermit, but he's a fraud, man. Fraud. I thought he was a frog, but no, he's not. He's a fraud. Okay, what do we got here? We got a paper clip holding on a thing. A fold down journaling bit. It's holding it onto a pocket. That is another fold down bit. Cool beans, I like that. And I like that, but we obviously need something in this pocket. We got graph paper, which I absolutely always adore. That's neat. We got a tuck spot with nothing tucked. We have to fix this pocket. This is a mess. And put some paper in here so that can be journaled upon in case anybody owns this book in the future and would like to journal upon it. Ooh, this is fun. Oh my goodness, it's sideways. This had to mess with my thought processes. I can just feel the stress. Oh, look, a little book. I love that. A little book and a flip up. Okay, okay. I'm liking it. A pocket that needs to be glued, or did I want that as a tuck? No, that's got to be glued. That's a big fat mess if it's a tuck. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, they often do want more than they're worth, though. So, you know, it's worth whatever somebody's going to pay for it. But they often ask more than I think they're worth. Kind of like, if you love it that much, why are you selling it? Oh. Wander. I love to wander. This pocket is not, oh, yeah, is in need of repair. I have an awful lot of holes punched for sewing the signature. So I had some kind of intention there. And then I have this fold out. Oh, okay. It's got an attached tag and a pocket and a little tiny card in a pocket. I'm not liking all this white behind here, though. I never did like stark white. And then it flips up and there's a lady under there. This needs further decoration for sure, because right now it just looks dirty. And then we have a guy on this side. Couple of tuck spots there and there. That's pretty heavy duty, man. This has nothing tucked in it, though. Maybe I didn't want to tuck. Maybe it's just a decoration. I don't know. Anywho, it has a feminine paragraph and a masculine paragraph or signature or section. More graph paper, more wrinkled dyed paper. Ooh, I was having fun creating there. That doesn't even feel like it's in the right journal, does it? I drew a pretty picture, though. All right, well, you know. This pocket is in need of repair. Maybe. No. Okay. It's a flip up. Be compassionate. Good idea. Good idea. That's just smart. And just a journaling spot. Lined paper. Cards and pockets. Definitely in need of decoration. Nice. Nice. Life is an adventure. Love every minute. Listen to the music of nature. Breathtaking. Okay. What is going on here? This is, okay. In the end. All right, so I am going to step away for a minute and grab a couple of things that I think I need for finishing this, or continuing at least. And some more coffee. So I'll do this. BRB 5 minutes. It will be 1:13 Central Standard Time. There we go. Oh, really? Multiple signatures and $60. Oh. Yeah, I bet it was worth it. For sure. I bet it was. All right, I will be back in approximately 5 minutes. I need more coffee, I need my afternoon meds, and I need stuff to go in there. And then I'm going to do art to fill up that book and finish it, hopefully. Be right back. In a jiffy. Maybe 2 jiffies. Only because I'm not sure how long a jiffy is. How long do you think a jiffy is? I am still live, so I can bring it back. I'm not being rude. It's not intentional rudeness. Complete accidental rudeness. All right. You. Sit there. Hey, mister. Better be my toast on my desk. Ooh. Special delivery. Thank you so much. And these 2 folders. Excuse me, man. I be the piggy poo. I be the piggy poo. I be the piggy poo. Do 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 do. How about you? I don't want any of that. I could have one of these. I could have this whole pile. And I could use some book pages. Oh, hey, maybe those. Okay, I got some stuff. There was also some breakfast delivered while I was away. How's that? Service with a smile. Hi, Loomer. You're rainbow looking right now. Very nice. All right. I will set my breakfast aside for a sec. And is it time to come back? Oh, exactly time to come back. What a good girl. I did it. I did it. I'm gonna see. So this stuff can go with anything. This can go with anything. That might be a good background. This is not. I don't want that. Advertisements can go in anything. This master board. I don't know if this goes, but it might. Does not. Does not. Does not. Might. Does not. Does not. Oh, that's cool, but does not. And does not. Okay. I might be getting somewhere. Me, I am making a journal. I'm doing a junk journal. See this? It needs to be finished, or at least worked on, because it's been an orphan for a very long time. So I have 2 folders of stuff that are kind of in the Victorian-ish. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's a way to wreck your camera. In the Victorian-ish theme. What a mess I'm making here. Okay. So, I just need to stay in the colors, and I think the colors that are in here are kind of peachy pink, green, and brown. So that's pretty easy. And then I just need some pieces to use for cards and tags and repair and such, right? Let's see. I don't necessarily like these smaller ones because they don't have the same color. Oh, but look at that. Since it's a man and a woman, I could put this family in there. That's a maybe. Let's see if there's another one of a family like that. I bet if there was, I gave it away because I usually don't put people in my stuff much. Come on. Nope, there's not another one that has a dad, and unfortunately, I'd have to figure out how to fix it because, let's see if it'll focus. Look at, this is an AI art that somebody made, and it appears dad has 2 heads. Not real happy with that. And it also looks like his shoulder's falling off. Maybe I can cut his arm out and shift it up where it should be, and maybe it would cover that head a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put that up there. I don't know if I can work with that or not. This one has a little boy in it, but he's wearing a skirt, so I'm not really sure what happened there. AI art is so unpredictable. Let's see if there is a large, oh, well, it's the same large picture, and Dad's got 2 heads still. Let's see. And that one's just the ladies. So, I mean, I could use it, but it doesn't do the same thing for the book. A really big ear. Yeah, yes, yeah. Oh. a twin. Maybe that's his twin brother. Who knows? All right, let's try this folder. Let's see what else I brought out. This one's got a lot more going on. Some cool frames. Okay, so there's not really a ton of blue in here. Let's see if we can find one. Oh, there we go. That one's got less blue going on. I would cut out the center probably anyway, but I still like a better place to start from. All right, I'm gonna put those two aside because those two might work. So far we've got two-headed dad family and a couple of frames. Oh, a lovely envelope. I don't think I'm going to use that today. I'm going to save it because it makes me go, ooh. What do we have here? Oh, that's cool. Nice birdie. The thing about a lot of this is going to be that the lady who makes these, that I get them from, does not use a lot of green. And I don't know about you, but I have noticed that I use a lot of green. I might be able to shift that a little bit. Oh, that's a nice paper. Very nice indeed. You know what else I could do though? Well, that one's very green. I should take that one out just because it leans so far green, right? But what I could do is take some of the pages out that I'm not real happy with and replace them with some of these. So then I would incorporate these colors. That's a thought. This one has a lot of the colors that are already in it though. All right, so I'll set this one aside. I don't really care for this one anymore. This one's too green, if you know what I mean. Like there's not enough contrast in it with these flowers and stuff. I'd like them to stand out just a little bit more, but the green actually goes right into the flowers. So it feels like it's just had a wash over it, and I don't really care for those. These are super cool though. Let's see, maybe this one. Yeah, I think that one kind of goes. Okay, and one more pile to try, and then I think we'll get started making some stuff for this journal. It'll be so nice to actually be in it again. Gosh, I love these bridges. They're just lovely, aren't they? It is my brain's favorite color. That is not even kidding. Secret favorite color. Okay, I like this. And this. I think I'm going to put that one up there. This one has a bit more opportunity in it. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch that. Okay. That one leans way too far orange. They all do really, but if you go just a tad to the peachy side, I'm good. I don't like this one. This one seems too modern to me. Although it's not really any different than the others. You know, whatever my brain thinks is what I go with. Oh. And one completely out of place page. I bet that goes in a different folder. She seems to be a bit lost, that one. All right, let's see what we got. Let's set the bulk aside. Set the book to the side. I'm gonna color this stuff right now. Oh, what kind of, whoa, what are you doing? I'm doing a rainbow one. What kind of craft are you doing? It was about 30,000 jiffies. I was debating upstairs how long a jiffy actually was. And I was talking about it with my Michael, and we didn't come up with an answer, but I did figure out that jiffies are shorter than I thought. And hey, Ginger Cat Lady, how are you? Charbar 2000. I did not see, and my hands are all inky now, but what are you making? Are you macrame or are you making a rug? Or what are you doing that requires bands and a loom? Because that's intriguing, and I must know. A rainbow loom. I don't know what that is. I might have to learn a thing. Okay, so let's look at my palette. This is my palette for finishing this journal. And I might have to find some more naturey green bits because of what's already in it, but we'll check it out. So I have some, you can't see these because now I've made a big fat mess of them, but these are little scrolly bits of fingernail art stickers, and I turned them brown to match the journal. I have some person, character, part in a play. This must be a learning German flashcards. And these are, apparently you have to flip this way. Baltimore City. State of Baltimore. Maryland. Oh. State of Baltimore. Maryland. Hampton. Baltimore City. I don't understand what that is at all. Let's see if there's one I can understand. Middleburg. Carroll County. No, I don't know what these are. They're word cards. they're vintage. We have here cigarette papers. So I have a ton of these, and the reason I have this out is because what I want to do is try either drawing directly on here or heat embossing directly on here to see if I can get a product that will glue onto a paper where the paper will just disappear. I don't know if cigarette papers will do that, but if it does, then I'm onto something, man, and I will create more and more and more of those. So that's an experiment. And then I have an advertisement page. I thought a lot of these images sort of had the same feel that the journal does. I have some math pages because I think math pages go with everything, even if they are about saturated hydrocarbons. It's organic chemistry. I might just put this whole folio in one of the signatures. Indoor games, this is definitely in the same sort of feel as the journal. And both sides are, so this might have to be some kind of tuck or tip. And I love this masterboard, but I'm not sure it's gonna work. So I left it out so I can check it out. Haha. Yeah, it sounded fancy. It totally wasn't. Okay. I have to take a bite of my egg toast. Hi, Susan. I'm going to take a bite of my egg toast. I apologize for eating in public, and I will probably talk with my mouth full because I never remember to stop talking, usually. Okay. Okay. Also, I have something off to the side here that could for sure go in this journal. Not that. Something more exciting than that. But I have to find it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Okay. I don't know what I did with it, so I'm gonna grab. You know what? There's a phrase, right? You'd lose your head if it weren't attached. 100% true when it comes to me. I am very, very lucky that in general, heads come completely firmly attached. Because honestly, I am a walking chaos machine. What I don't understand is how, when I'm sitting in my chair at my desk in my studio, how do I move a thing and then it disappears? That is a serious talent, people. I am 100% I am 100% Olympic level chaos. Olympic level. I've seen other chaotic artists too. I don't think I'd necessarily win the gold every time because I've seen some serious competition out there. But I'm telling you, I'm pretty up there. Are you the same way? Yeah. Kind of nature of the beast, really, isn't it? Because there's so many cool things that you need to play with. We make a mess of all our toys. All right. So, this is actually the thing I was looking for. It was just tucked in a little farther than I peeked. So, Darcy from Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. If you don't know her, go check her out. If you do know her, you love her. I'm absolutely certain because she's delightful and one of the kindest people I've ever met. She made these packages of you guys, I'm sure you recognize this bag. This is like one of the kinds of bags everybody has some of these. If you don't, ask Darcy where to get some because they're lovely. Anyways, this came in a bag and I cut it up before I showed the product. But she made these packages of ephemera to use in art. So I'm going to just go through. I could actually use these bag snippets. And then I think there's some other stuff in here that would go with what we've got going on here. So I'm going to flip through quick and maybe pull some bits out. Maybe not a data entry card. That might be too modern. Not flashcards because they need alteration. I don't know about airmail either. This is kind of neato. Oh, and there's two of them. Oh, it's a flower card. Azalea. Two different kinds of azalea. Swamp honeysuckle and pink shell azalea. I don't think I'm going to use that right now because now I have ideas going through my head all about that. No bingo. Maybe an alteration card would work. These guest checks are too modern. Wait, there's more stuff back here. Yeah, too modern. Too modern. I'll go through one more time. Library or index card divider would totally work. And maybe an azalea card. I don't know. Tickets would work though, but I need to change that color. Okay, So anyways, that's the Darcy Pack-O stuff. And I think Darcy made this master board too. And this is actually from Darcy too. And I believe that is also. Look at all the Darcy stuff. Okay, but I had that set aside for a reason. Anyway, let's look at our palette some more. Palette. Some cards to tuck in. Some scrappy bits that are kind of the same attitude. That, I think it's going to go with this. Math goes with everything because I said so. And then we have these. And possibly this. Wow, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, and we've got the frames, 2 frames, and a 2-headed dad. This is way a lot. Okay, I think the best way to get started on this then is to just dive in. So I did a whole flip through to kind of get my brain back into the feel of this long forgotten journal. And now we got to go through and repair stuff and finish stuff because it doesn't need a lot of repair because it's not actually damaged. But like that tree page I found is just too flimsy for me. So we're going to do something there. And there's a bunch of stuff that's just unfinished. Let's just pull out one signature at a time. How about that? See what needs to be done. So it's got this little tag. That's cute enough. This needs to be backed on some paper, and I think so does this. This is just a plain piece of scrapbook paper, really, which I don't mind. And if it's for layering, that's awesome. But I do prefer if it's backed. I do not know what a rainbow loom is. Aren't they the rubber band type bracelets? Oh my, okay. I'm going to have to look at that. You know what I want to maybe give a try to? Making bobbin lace. Ooh, I'm a little frightened though, to be honest. It seems daunting. But I'm considering it. Yikes. All right, bunches of glue. We're starting. We're doing some stuff. Stuff doing has commenced. I was previously in ponder mode. I am now in stuff doing mode. Sounds like you guys are already in stuff doing mode. So I'm not really sure about this little paper anymore. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever, but because I cut the edges out with a weird scissor, I don't want to sit and fussy cut it. Maybe I'll use it as a piece to back up a card or to layer a card or something. So I'll set that aside because I'm not sure what to do with it at this point. And I will set this aside so it can dry for a sec before I cut it, because I have torn an awful lot of papers by not waiting for glue to at least set a little bit. Let's see what's next. Do I have something holding the vellum page together? I can't tell what I've done there. Let's take a peek. I do have a paper. Okay, so this paper is running through this pocket a bit. So that might be strong enough, but I don't know if look at that? I don't know. I don't want the vellum to crack over time, right? But these are one piece. Look at me debate and waffle. I'm waffling. Every day I'm waffling. This page is lovely as a sideways journal page. I used to challenge myself to put in papers sideways because I hate it. Okay, hate's a strong word, but it's kind of true. I kind of hate sideways papers, and I challenge myself to do it so that I kind of get over it. I don't know if you've picked up in my tone, but it's not working so far. I'm not over how much I dislike sideways papers. As evidenced by the fact that this one is really bothering me. I'm going to put this little design right down here, just to add a little something. Although that's not much. Actually, wait. Can I get it back up? Can I? Please. Oh, it tore just a tiny speck of a little tiny layer of a bit of paper. I can live with that. What if I put some kind of corner down here and put that on there? I like that idea better. Okay, I'm going to tear out just a little bit of this tiny text. And see if we can put a little tiny bit of torn text down here. And then put this little guy on. And would it do anything? It might, but this is way too big. Make it smaller and pull it up here. No. Okay, that did nothing. Okay, I have a different idea. What if I'm going to grab a small ruler and I'm going to tear out this piece right here. Just this little, oh, wait, check both sides. Yeah, just this little carpet right here. I will add this to the bottom corner. I don't think this is gonna go, but I'm just checking because you never know. Okay, I'm just gonna put this on here because I like the idea of a little layering right here. I am still trying to get my head around what to do to finish this journal, and at least that's a start. Ooh, okay, so right away I am at a page I don't like and a tree I need to fix. So what if we take this and make a scene that will go behind and under the tree. So here's what I mean by that. Okay, I'm going to mark this about here. And if I'm going to fold this in half, Right there is the middle-ish, which means the other spot to cut would be right about there. Okay, let's pull over a trimmer. Oh, I'm glad you saved it. Terribly glad you saved it. That's no fun when you wreck your stuff. I almost wrecked a bunch of my stuff earlier today. I was cringing at my own choices. Okay, let's see if this will work, because I got an idea, but I am not at all sure how solid of an idea this is. Well, first of all, I'm not happy with the direction I cut the paper. Also not happy with the way it's going to show up. Crud muffins. But let's try it and see what we get. Oh, good. Congratulations. Good job. Boy, I'm unhappy with a lot of choices about this. Okay, I'm going to show you what I intend anyway. So I intend to put something here. I will glue the tree to one layer and glue the other layer to the page. Like so. Ooh, okay, I'm glad I tested it out, because I just discovered what I think I will do. We shall see. So it would be kind of fun if the inside was decorated and the outside was decorated, which would be lovely if I had two-sided paper, but these are not two-sided at all. So in order to make this lovely in both directions, I'm going to do it differently. I will cut a piece oh, that's nice. I'm going to cut a new piece that is as wide as the page. This is not must-see TV. I apologize for all the hemming and hawing, but this is really just a craft along, right? So I'm doing a lot of design at the same time I'm working. So I apologize that I'm not very speedy or decisive. This couldn't be more real me, though. Never decisive. Why would you want to be decisive? Okay, so I'm going to fold over a bit so that I have a hinge again. And then I'm going to measure where this needs to be so that it is above this spot right here. So about, I think I will do it about here. I'm going to cut that off. Actually, yeah, I'm going to cut that off. Blaggity, I don't know what I'm trying to say or do. How about you? Are you unfocused too? All right, that's enough of that silliness. I apologize for the lame song. Okay, so that could go in there. Oh, I like the way it looks. When you don't know what it is, it looks a little bit landscapey and flowery, which it is. See? See? Okay. And then I'm going to take this piece and chop it again right about there. Again with the totally indecisive, trying to figure out where I want to make the fold for the top of this, because I always like to have a fold at the top of a pocket if I can, just because of the added strength. So I'm going to go ahead and I've lost all my bone folders. I've also lost all of my dot creators and all of, I wish I wouldn't lose so much stuff. Okay, so then if I fold that over and I glue it right here, talk about complicated, man. This is seriously contrived stuff at this point. But here's what I'm trying to do. So here's the idea, guys. I glue the first layer to the back of the tree to increase the strength of this hinge because it was way too wimpy. And then it looks like it's stuff in the forest with the tree. And then it would open like this and it would have a pocket inside. And then I can put stuff in this pocket on this page. Are we loving it? I'm loving it. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever done this before. So, one thing at a time, I think I will glue the pieces together first. I hope this is the right move. I think throwing my glue around was probably not the right move. Just guessing. Okay. One hinge glued. This is going to end up on the back of the tree though, and it doesn't have any lines, and it's not very fancy, and it's not very anything. So I think just because I love this corner punch and it might make me feel better, I'm going to punch the corners and ink the edges on the inside of this piece so that it feels like it's a thing. Should have got out one of my sponges because now I have a big fat mess. It's okay. I don't mind. Oh, and this is coming apart? No, it's supposed to be apart. It was sticking together when it's not supposed to. Okay. And then this is gonna glue right here. And we need the tree to stick to it right there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I think that's the part I'll do next. Figure out where this needs to sit. Right about there. Not that part. That part. Okay. Now I will put glue on the tree. There's very little glue left in that bottle. I'm going to use every drop I can. I put glue in places I didn't need glue. Just a speck though, just a smidge. All right, so now this piece, I can glue the flap down. I like to add that strength. I already said that. Now I'm repeating myself. Part of old age. Forget what you said, and you say it again, and again, and again. That's my excuse anyway. I don't know how much I'm going to get away with saying, oh, it's because I'm getting old. But I'm going to use that as an excuse as much as I possibly can. Forever. It's the end of my days. I'm an old lady. I can say what I want. I can do what I want. You should give me that chair. All right, there is my pocket. There is my tree flip. Let's see what we think. I think I made a terrible fold, and that little spot that's sticking out because of my terrible lopsided fold is going to bug the bejeebers out of me. So I'm going to trim it because we will have no bejeebers coming out. It's very important to keep your bejeebers contained. Okay, here we go. Pocket squooshed, writing top or writing flip properly hinged, and smooshed. Okay, fix number one. I kind of love it. My only set time for live streams is Tuesday evenings at 7:30 Central Time. And any other time, it's just, my live streams are just sort of random because I was sitting here. And the live streams on Tuesdays are definitely more focused, and there is more of a plan and more streamlined. This is more of a let's just hang out kind of deal, you know? All right, let's get this card cut out and get it back in place. And then we're going to deal with that certificate page because it's ugly bugly. And I don't want it in my card, in my book anymore. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. Let's just use this. Oh, awesome. I would love to have you pop in now and then whenever you can. There we go. And there we go. And I'm going to redo these corners. They were punched already, but since I started using my big fat punch on the tree pocket, I'm going to use it on this one too. And then it will unify the new stuff I'm making with all of the old stuff I'm making that's already in here. Okay, there we go. Very nice. Let's I will grab a new or even an old dauber. Maybe an old and a new dauber. That one looks like it might be headed for the garbage really soon. It's kind of It looks like it's got a bit of damage on it. It's starting to fall apart. Whee! All right, let's put some edging on this. For sure, for sure. Whoops, that was a bit much. That's okay. I think we're gonna have to add a decoration to this one too, because it's a bit nothing, you know? So let's think of what could go on this one. We have the birdie page. And we have the bridge page. I think it's going to be something from here. And I think it might be this little image right in here with that birdish thing flying. And if I tear it, if I cut out these two sides and then tear it like so, I can put it in this corner and then still build on it with maybe a sentiment or another picture or something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that plan right there. And this time I think I have to use the blade because I'm cutting right into the side of a page. So do that. And this bridge page, definitely. Yeah, it goes much better, doesn't it? It goes much better. Cheryl, what? That was my reminder, wasn't it? To take my afternoon meds. I didn't remember to grab my afternoon meds, guys. I'm gonna have to go get them. They're only across the next room, so it won't take me. It might take me more jiffies than I say, than a jiffy, but it will definitely take far less jiffies than my last foray. Anyways, let's take a look at this first because I want to know if this is going to cut it or not. So definitely, but I don't want the whole thing, and I don't want to frame it, and I don't want it so tidy. Let's make the edges match. All right, I'm going to do the torn edge thing that I said I was going to do. So I will tear the whole top. Yeah, I think so. Tear across the top. Tiny bits. And then, whoops, and then, ugh, I'm going to have to fix this tear. This is a terrible tear. Terrible tear. What a mess. 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 What a really big mess. Okay. Something like that is a little better. So then this goes in here. And we have some less than completely distinct edges, which I love, and I want that. Should we add a background so we have it repeating on the tree page? If so, definitely not that. Or should we add it a tuck spot and put a little card in there? Make it a mini tuck? I think that's kind of cool. Oh, Middleburg makes it seem like a town right there, right? And it looks like a town right there. I kind of like that idea. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my meds. It'll take me about a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I lied. It'll take more than a second, maybe 2. Good night, Lucia. No, I'm busy. I'm busy. yawn. None of that now. That's kind of freaking awesome. Charbar. Is it Char or Char? I don't even know. What do I know? What's your real life name? Tell me that. Not that I'll remember, because I'm terrible at remembering anything ever. But, you know, I'll give it a shot. All right. Afternoon meds achieved. All right. Let's see. It's 2 o'clock. If I do this for another hour, then it'll be time to make some dinner. Then when that's done, that makes so much sense, Charlotte. That makes so much sense. Oh, maybe I should name one of the dolls Charlotte. I didn't name a Charlotte. Were you here when I was naming the dolls? That's a really good name for one of them. Okay, I like this, so I'm going to do it. It doesn't have a strengthened opening. Oh, I know what I could do. I know what I could do. I could do this. Let's try it and see if it'll work. So if I just fold over a speck. You were not here. Okay, I'm going to pull those out and we can take a look together and see if one of the ones who remains unnamed just happens to be a Charlotte. Because that could totally be a thing. She might be. Oh, shoot. That one's too narrow. This one's definitely wide enough. Okay, I'll do that again. Fold this over. Okay, this is silly because now I'm making a very distinct pocket when I didn't intend to make a pocket, but now I'm kind of loving this idea. So here I go on a little bit of a little bit of a rabbit hole, I guess, of sorts. Because I'm going to glue this piece on this whole pocket just so it has a lovely opening, just for a pocket on a tag. So, well, the silliness never ends around here. Chop that, and about there-ish. Trim the corner to match the pocket. Ink the edges because I never don't. Never say never, but I mostly never don't. How's that for a sentence? Mostly never don't. English teachers everywhere are cringing at my behavior. Okay, do that. Possibly glue this here. Glue this here. This is now a pocket for this little tag. Oh, good grief, I'm ridiculous. Okay. Edge the tag because I never don't. I nearly never don't. Okay. We need glue on this. Oh, okay, good. 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 Let me know. Okay. All right, I'm almost ready to get the dolls out too. We have to see if there's a Charlotte in the mix. We need a Charlotte. If she looks really devious, we'll put the word tan in parentheses and call her charlatan. That was like really not funny, but it was in my head and I cracked me up. Okay. That's the plan for that card. Now let's see where the dolls are. I'll show you who is not named yet. And I will introduce you to her friends. There is Emily. There is Lydia. Annabelle. Georgiana. We call her Georgie for short. Judith. Except now when Charlotte is in the mix, she kind of looks like a Charlotte. And then these are unnamed. See if you think there's a Charlotte in here. This one? Or this one? Mr. Fred, this lady, Suni, you cannot lay there. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You have to get off my work. Come on, get up. Go lay down somewhere. No, lay down somewhere that's not here. Okay, anyway, is this a Charlotte? Or is this a Charlotte? Or is this a Charlotte? So, Fred, Charbar is a Charlotte. Makes sense. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's a fabulous old-fashioned name for one of the dolls that is currently unnamed. So I'm having her choose a Charlotte for us. For me. Us. We're always a team. Suni, you can't sit here, honey. I'm sorry. Sweetheart. Oh, good grief. All right. Hold on a second. I'm really sorry. Oh, good grief. Girl, I don't know about you. Could you maybe sit over there, honey? Here, I'll even give you my sweater. Let's make a Suni bag. Come on. No, not that. This. There, on your bed. Go on. Come on. I can't reach you over my camera, so if you fight me too much, you're gonna win. There you go, sweetheart. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good Suni. Okay. If there is a Charlotte, will it be A, B, or C? And if there is no Charlotte, that's okay. We have, we don't have to name one after you. And we also have other choices. Stop. You stay. I kind of think Judith might be the Charlotte. But I already named her Judith. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. See, this is Charlotte? Oh, so good to know. Thank you. That was awesome. Now we have another one named. Only 2 to go. I don't know how to spell Charlotte. Did I do that right? O-T-T-E-L-L? Charlotte? Oh, whatever. I'll figure it out. How did my brain just lock on that? But it did. It totally did. Oh. All right. Oh, you will have to chatter away then to reclaim your star status, Mr. Fred. All right. Do we just tuck that in there and maybe we just put 2 in there? No. I don't like that. Maybe maybe we put the original card in there, sticking out. Actually, I kind of like that. But again, it's not backed on anything, and that really bothers me. Maybe I don't put anything in it until I can make a decision, because I just don't seem to have it in me right now. All right, I'm going to glue it in place in any case because I do like the concept. And who knows, I might end up with all kinds of tiny bits to tuck in pockets by the time I'm all done. I think I'm going to not put it quite to the edge, but close, like so. Okay. All right, so this one tucks in here. It is now backed with tea-dyed paper, and it has its own pocket. What are you catching on? Oh, all right. That is layered, and now I broke the vellum away, which is not surprising. Vellum doesn't glue very nicely. But I think this is a better glue than I used back in the day. So let's get it reattached. Okay. Oh, goodness sakes, I am so many colors. Okay, there we go. There's a nice surprise when you pull that out of that pocket. I like it. And flip there. I like just this little addition down here. That's fine so far, although I think I'm going to add another one right up here in the top edge because I've always liked that diagonal draw. I'll think about that later. I love what's happened to the tree because I like it, this landscape look behind it. We're going to need something in that pocket. Let's tentatively put this tag in there. So it's an alteration tag. We'll have to alter the alteration tag. How funny is that? But at least it's in its probable spot and holding its spot, right? And then I am going to probably get rid of the certificate page completely, which is a tad unfortunate because I like these pieces. All right, I'm going to ponder this, but I think I'm getting rid of that because I do not like certificate pages, and I honestly never did. I only used them because I had very limited variety back in the day. Is this is not a signature. That's the one I said I might use as a tip-in, although I just discovered that it is extremely frail because it broke when I picked it up. So I will think about that. Where's the piece I said I might use as a folio? I know there was one. Oh, probably this. Math. Oh my gosh, I almost did something extremely sexist. I'm gonna not do that because I don't want to do that. But I was almost gonna say this is the one with the girl on it. I should put the math in the one with the boy on it. That means I absolutely have to put it in the one with the girl on it because my brain apparently associates math skills with men. How atrocious of me. And I'm not even kidding. I don't believe stuff like that is in my head. Own the stuff that's in your head and make adjustments. Okay. That it absolutely is going to go in here. Oh, and I just cut a hole in it. You know what happens if you cut a hole in your paper and you don't mean to? You double down. Lean into the mistake or the flaw and use a ruler and just tear the edges. So I don't want to tear it completely willy-nilly because I tend to lose control of my tearing and make a big fat mess. But that'll work right there. Wow, this page is super fragile too. I might have to do some stuff on both of these pages. Maybe I'll make the two pages that are super fragile be friends. I could glue them together and turn them into one thing. Oh. Ow. My tummy is being really mad. Why? All I had was one bite of egg. Oh, I guess I took my meds just now, didn't I? That's probably what it's mad at. So that page, and then that page, and then some math. Oh, I think I'm going to put the math page under the graph paper page. Open, says me. There we go. And then this page. Let's see how that works. I think you might need moderators to keep us troublemakers under control. Wow. Oh, you guys are just, I mean, ridiculous. The counting and the alphabet, I don't know. You're trying to get me banned from YouTube, aren't you? Trying to break my heart. Okay. Saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So far, this is looking good. Okay, so we need something in this pocket, tuck spot thingy jobber. And we haven't introduced this page yet. So what about making a tag with the birdie on it? I don't know. Or making a tag of this side with the little birdies on it. I like that better. Okay, I'm going to try making a large tag. I would have to back it with some other paper. But let's get a feel for how this would look anyway. And if I'm going to make a large tag, let's make it about 3 3/4 wide. That sounds like a good place to start. And then I think I will chop it down. Oh, look at that. A little birdie at the bottom. So I'll chop it at the top. About choose some dimensions you're happy with, lady. Maybe there. Maybe there. Let's see what we think. Let's see. Tuck. Fabulous. Oh, I like the way the dimensions turned out. Let's pull this down a little so we're in frame. I didn't realize my work was scooting away from me. It's probably crying because I keep taking scissors after it. No, don't. Oh, I'm liking this much better already. Guys, okay. Yeah, I'm liking the feel of this journal much better already. I mean, it's not fair to judge it, really. It was an unfinished project, right? So it's just, I'm always afraid of picking up the unfinished projects because I'm not sure I'm going to get my head back into a space that's going to make sense. But I think this is starting to make some sense. Okay. What's my favorite color? Gosh, that's rough. Almost anything jewel tone. I absolutely adore black. And I believe that my favorite color, whether I'm aware of it or not, must be green, because I was just saying last night how every medium I have, crayon, marker, pencil, paint, anything, green is always the color I run out of first. And I am a super nature baby. I just want to go out and play in the mud and the grass and stuff and live in a tree. What is my favorite saturated hydrocarbon? I can honestly say I have never pondered that. Do you have a favorite saturated hydrocarbon, Mr. Fred? And Shar, what is your favorite color? Oh, you already said it's purple. Purple. Okay, gotcha. All right, I think this is working. So I'm going to leave this here as a placeholder too, and I will turn it into a large tag later. I need to get some paper on here because that is unacceptable. And I think what I will do, gosh, I don't know how I'm going to do this actually. I am not happy with this situation. I could just glue the pocket shut and then I wouldn't have to deal with it. I could just glue it shut. But I am not going to do that apparently. Apparently I'm going to give this a good old college try. And try to get something writable in here, right on a bowl. Scoot. Alright, now I'm going to need a tiny sliver off of each side. How much you want to bet I can't do this equally? Oh, maybe I can. Oh, look what I've done. I think I can get this done equally. Nope, sure can't. Never mind, I was a big liar. Big liar. I cannot. One lopsided rectangle coming up. Alright, so let's do a little chop right there. Oops. Okay, the paper's too thin for this. Double it up and it will work. We'll do it on this end. Like so. And then I need one more corner right there. I don't know how this is going to look. This is me putting the great big fat corner rounder in a thing that I've already corner rounded with the little tiny corner rounder. But it might work. Let's see. That is kind of fun. It is easy being green, regardless of what Kermit says. I'm telling ya. Big fat phony baloney, that Kermit. And look, I trimmed my corners in the wrong direction. Not sure how I pulled that off. Huh. I'm gonna leave it. Makes things a little interesting. And if I glue very carefully, it's gonna fit in there. So I'm gonna do just that. Oh, I was gonna set an alarm. Echo, set a reminder.
What's the reminder for?
Go make dinner.
When should I remind you?
45 minutes.
Okay, I'll remind you in 45 minutes.
Thank you. Okay. There we go. We have a nice journal spot inside a lovely pocket, and we have an intended tag for said pocket that I am quite happy with the look of. Math. All right, what do we got here? This one's kind of fun because it's methyl ethyl. I kind of like dimethyl ethyl because it is also called tertiary butyl, right? And I love the word tertiary. So maybe that's my favorite one because I like it both names. I did not know that I had a favorite saturated hydrocarbon, but apparently I do. What's happening here? Where does this fold exactly? Right here, and right here, and right here. Wow. Oh, all right. We need a little decoration right here, so let's find something. I could really use like a fussy cut there though. Maybe I'll wait till I get my fussy cuts out and use something to decorate the pocket and the little notebook. This needs a card or two. Let's see what we got over here. I want this to go in somewhere, but I don't know where. It's not going to help the fact that this pocket still has no tag, but I must ponder where this goes. Oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to have to replace all of this. I don't like any of this. I might just pull this pocket off and cover this whole page with something. Not this though, because I don't want to glue this down because I like both sides of it. Yep. So something else will go here. I will tear this off and cover it with something. And then maybe this is just plain, so it can be decorated to anything. So maybe I'll put it in its matching pocket? Or is that... No, that's way too much, isn't it? No, 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 no. No, thank you. I'll find a new place for this in any case. Let's see if we can get this off without wrecking anything. Yes, we can. Look at that. It was hardly glued at all. Yay! I've never been so happy to be, to accuse myself of shoddy craftsmanship. Just kidding. It's probably just a glue issue. I just had a glue issue, apparently. Okay, so what if I did that as a whole page and just left it as a decoration page? That's kind of gorgeous. Kind of fabulous right there. I did not do that firmly enough. Now I don't know what in the world I was doing. So it doesn't leave any writing space or whatever for if anybody owns this journal in the future, but it does leave a space for, you know, gluing in things or attaching pictures to or what have you. Let's see how it would look. So let's back up to the page I want to put the kids on. Right here. If I create a way to put the kids in a tuck in or an added flip of some sort right here. There's the kids. Turn the page, writing space, picture. Ow, my tummy is so mad. Not too shabby, really. And then the last page has the lady that needs improvement and the flip with tiny tags. Oh, now I'm really sad because I'm not liking the graph paper because it's too stark, but I've got to get over that. Ow. He asks to be locked in the downstairs bathroom. And then he jiggles the doorknob to get out again. Of course he does. Of course he does. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, bye, Charlotte. Bye, Charlotte. I missed saying goodbye to Charlotte. What a meanie. Oh. Oh. Fred, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I think I have to declare that that's my favorite, at least for now. I'd have to really look at a extensive list and have a think, because it's seriously not a thing I've ever pondered. Okay. Just eating my egg toast. It's really cold. Okay, I'm going to leave this just like this. then I'm gonna move on to the other signature because I'm starting to get a little flustered with this one, but I made some progress. So I don't want to, I don't want to wreck the progress. Let's pull out the next signature. And see what we've got going on here. So same thing, I have to work on that. And then I will have to work on what's inside of these flips. And possibly strengthening them because these can get pretty fragile. Again with a blank white, big blank page. But if I like what I do with the other one, perhaps I'll do something similar on this side. I could always do the birdie there, but I could also go back to the kit and find another page that goes with this stuff. Oh, but look at the birdie. Gosh, that's a nice bird. That's a magpie, isn't it? Are you a magpie? Maybe not. Is there such thing as a white-breasted raven? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, so we got a big brown page. That's kind of in need of something. More graph paper, because I love graph paper. An original watercolor by Cheryl Daney. Not entirely watercolor original though, because there's a stamp, and a stamp. I could replace this whole page because I believe that this is the mirror of the certificate page that I didn't like either, and I replaced with something with the math paper, the chemistry. I'll think about that. I think I'm going to take this wrinkled page out of here too. Oh my goodness, that's 2 pages I'll need to replace. That is just lovely watercolor paper. I will leave it. This is going to need a tall tag. This might be where the birdie ends up. No. The birdie overcomplicates this page. How about this? Can we do something with this on here? No. And no. I think I like this best for cutting out these little pieces to put throughout. All right. Oh, you know what? Where in the world are the other bits I have? Here they are. Look, we have this stuff. I forgot it was hiding under there. But there is all of these. So I could make some kind of fold out thingy with this. That's kind of cool. Wait, look. Wait, look. But no, wait a minute. Okay, we're getting out of control here, kids. Get your act together. Okay. So let's pretend we're keeping all of this just the way it is for a minute, because that's highly unlikely. But for the sake of, you know, getting somewhere rather than nowhere, I will pretend that I'm keeping all that stuff just where it is. I'm keeping Be Compassionate just where it is. In fact, since that paper is inside and it matches this color. I might tuck this in as well, because why not? And then what if I make a matchbook style mini notebook out of this strip? Oh, well, now it has a crease in it. And put this in here too. Is that too much samey sameness? Okay, if it is, there's an option. There's another option. Which would be this empty space. This would have to be quite a bit narrower. But would a narrow notebook go in there? And then, if it did, where did the brown one go? There you are. Then would a brown tag go in here? Oh, my tummy. Stop it. Jeez Louise, man. Oh, there's Sharbar. Hello, Shar. We were both sad that we missed saying goodbye to you. Because apparently I was just rambling on and didn't notice. If it happens again, know that I said goodbye and I wish you the best. And wait a minute, what were you going to do? Oh, you didn't say what you were going to do. You had to tell your mom choo. You didn't say you were just going to leave and then pop back in. Well, happy to have you back. Let's see what we should do here. So I'm not loving the switcheroo plan. I actually do like a narrower version of this tucked in that pocket. But I really like the idea of it here better. Maybe without this, because maybe this is the shortcoming. Maybe the truth is I got really too infatuated with this fancy edge scissor and I have way too many things cut out with it. That's the truth. There's the real answer. Too much of that edge is what's going on. What if this is not the right page to add some blue? I need to tone this down if it's going to go in here at all. Too thin. Okay, I might have an idea finally. What if I thin this down so it goes in that other pocket, and then I cut this down to go in here and put something in that frame? Let's give it a shot. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just to trim the two sides down. So it fits the page better. And has an equal amount of blank spot on each side. And then this can go in here. And actually, I don't need to put anything in the frame. I don't need to get all that fancy with this one. So I'm just gonna round the corners. And I used the wrong spot. And then I will ink the edges and put it in its spot just to hold on to it. So this can be a spot holder for now. It will have to be backed with tea-dyed paper even if I do nothing else to it, but it doesn't really need anything else per se, and I could just tuck it right in there. Okay, let me straighten this out again. This signature is a misbehavior, I'm telling ya. There we go. Hum-de-dum-de-dum, hum-de-dum-de-dum, hum-de-dum, hum-de-dum-de-dum-de-doo, hum-de-dum-de-doo, hum-de-doo. That was Winnie the Pooh singing Yellow Submarine. In case you didn't know, that's what you were just listening to. Okay, I'm not sure how to proceed on that, but I do like the frame in the pocket, so I'm going to leave it for now. This this definitely needs some different stuff in it. What if I did that? I don't know if I love this in particular, but it is this color being added to it. This melon pinky peachy color is good. I'm going to leave that for an idea holder. We got a book sticking out. What if we had a book sticking out here? What if I glued that together and turned that into one thing? I could do that. I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe my son just got out of bed. Oh, pot stickers. Oh, I love pot stickers. Definitely blue frame. Because your favorite color is orange, and the propellers then should be orange. And blue and orange are fabulous. And I don't know the rest. But there, I've decided for you. You don't even need to think about it now. Glad to help. Ooh, this might look good. This might work. Oh, this is two different. Oh, what did I do that for? This would have looked perfect right there. I made it two different pockets. I wonder if I could saw it apart. Ha! I might be able to saw this apart. I might give it a shot. Here goes nothing. Wow, how much glue is in there, man? I did it! I sawed it apart. Did I wreck this side? I did not. Oh, good girl. Way to go. I love when I win. Bright yellow motors? No. That song is commonly on this channel. You're not wrong. Gosh, I need to learn a new song. There has to be a new Ponder song in my head. No. The motors would have to be a different blue than the blue frame, or purple. Purple motors, purple or blue motors, blue frame, orange propellers. What? Maybe she's teasing. Maybe it's one of those. Maybe she's teasing. Hold off judgment until we have further information. Okay. Let's try this. Did I win? We will know in a minute. Oh, kind of. But the pocket, the glue on the pocket is a tiny bit too narrow as well. So let me just try sawing some more. Let's just saw a little further. Because there is way more on this side at least than there needs to be. And I'll try the other side just to see. No, that one's cut pretty close. We'll leave that one as it is. Oh yeah, that would get expensive. Don't do that. Charlotte, I am sorry that your friend is being a butthead. I would advise you to step away and ignore it for now because we are having fun crafting, and give your friend time to back off or your brain time to process. That's all I know about that. All right. So now I think that card in there is lovely, except that I want it sitting up higher, don't I? Because it's too short. It's too short. It doesn't look like a good page. So I might have to do something about that. But I like this. This is promising. I'm going to leave it the way it is and move on. Because I am running low on time for today. And I want to get a little farther in my vision for this journal. I think I finally found the spot. I'm going to tuck that back in. That's good stuff right there. Also, maybe we'll add another card. Nope, not there. Somewhere though. Somewhere. And I'm going to have to do some fussy cuts, and I will use the cigarette papers to make some heat embossed bits, because there's definitely a lot of decorating that should happen. That is just gluing and writing space to be sure. This is going to need to be thought about. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. I love when I have ideas. It's so much better than no idea. Oh, good grief. I am sorry that that's happening, but yeah, that's the only advice I can really give. Step away and just we'll worry about that later. Because yikes, that's going to take some processing. All right, what do we got here? This is a nice piece. I like it, but it definitely needs some decor. Okay. Let's see where things are going. Where are things going here? Going back to the yellow submarine, apparently. Okay. Oh, it's much fuller than it was earlier. You gotta love that when it happens. That's lovely. All right. This time I'm gonna do a flip through much quicker, but I'm just looking to see if my additions are pulling this thing together or not. That page is going to need a lot of support. I really like the first signature, and I still want to use the little kid page as a tip-in or some kind of addition, but I don't want to use both of those fun pages, the chemistry and the kids, in the same signature. So I'm going to look for a spot while I'm going through here to put this. Also, let's just say that we are indeed going to put the birdie on the front. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I want to fold out that side, so I'll just put it like that. Let's pretend that the birdie is going to be right there. Okay. Yep. Oh, you know what? I could use this to turn into a hinge for this. And this then would go right next to this, which is actually pretty good. And I might turn it around because I've got more workspace on this side. So what if I take this out completely? I don't know if I want to put a hinge on here because I don't know how much I want to cover up. I've got this so close to the edge here that it wouldn't leave much space. But actually that looks kind of good, doesn't it? Okay, that actually looks kind of good. So I might actually have to do that. So what if I do that, then I would fold it like so. Okay. And I would make a new torn edge. Make it a little wider to add some stability to the fragile old pages. Okay. So apparently it's been decided to take this out of the book completely because I just took it out and ripped it up, so it's not going back. There we go. That would go like that. Like so. I might have to trim that down a little bit. I could always put it on the graph paper too, but I don't know if I want to do that. I just don't like it covering up that whole cattail right there. So yeah, I'm gonna make that fold narrower. Hang on a sec. Hang on just a sec. You are getting off topic. I do believe he absolutely would be up to 3D printing something. What would you like, sir? I think he would be thrilled to pieces to work with you and make something for you. Okay, I like that much better. And I think you should be pricing out toys because, you know, it's a good day to do that. Where's the toys? Toys, toys. I love pricing out toys. You know what I like better than pricing out toys? Buying the toys. All right, so that would go there. All right, I'm happy with that. And this then would get glued to the other side of the hinge. And would be a page that is just hinged right there and go like that. Would be right there, sit, stay, and then turn the page and be like that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it, guys. Here it goes. So I'm just going to tear that down a speck. I'm going to turn this down a speck. I'm going to ink this edge here. Can you, oh, yeah, you can find Justin. Talk to Justin on Discord. Just don't talk to him in front of Nolan because Nolan will steal his job. No, he won't. I don't think he would anyway. I'm just teasing. I don't think Nolan would do that. That wouldn't be very nice. But for sure, they would help you. For sure they would. Go. Here we go. Here we go. 1. Glue this page together. 2. Glue this page together. 3. Glue this page together. Now. There we go. I like that. Okay, so this is going to go fairly close to the sewn edge of this page. Not happy with the weight distribution of the hinge paper. How do you like that for ridiculousness? The weight is more up there than I want it to be. That's about the speed I'm at all the time. I'm just such a fuss budget. Seriously, girl, just settle down. All right, this page is way too wide for its intended home. Which means I either need to double fold it or I need to be okay cutting off bits. I don't know if I'm okay with either, because I think if I fold this paper, it's going to fall apart. Okay, so the only way to really make decisions about this then is to tear off parts that I know I can and see what's left. So I will line this up straight and start by tearing off this section right here. Oh, look how fragile that is. Holy buckets. Okay, I need to really rethink this. Honestly, it's not too late yet, so I better make some decisions about this paper. But what I should do is photocopy this and print out a copy to put in the book. And I would have to check on copyright, the age of this for copyright purposes, but I do believe this is well within a range to be okay, excuse me, to copyright. I mean to copy. Can tear this side down a little bit more too. Then we're at getting closer to the actual book size. Something might work out with this. I don't know. I gotta chop the top and bottom off too though. Helps if you use the correct side so you know what you're doing. Okay, there we go. I need to flip this ruler over to do this. Yep, there we go. That'll be better. That will be better. Okay, here goes everything. So freaking fragile. Oh, I know what else I could do. I know what else I'll do. I know what I'll do. I will seal this page with matte medium. I bet that will hold it together and it will still look lovely, and I don't have to worry at all about anything to do with copyright. I can just put it in as it is. I don't think I've ever done that before. In fact, I'm sure I haven't. And I don't know if I try to brush it on, I don't know if it'll just smudge all of the ink all over the place. So I'm gonna do it a tricky way. I'm gonna put the matte medium on a piece of parchment, baking parchment, and then lay the baking parchment, or lay the book page in the medium, and then just press it on. So no matter what, it doesn't get all smudged. No smudging. Oh, okay, what do we got going on over in chat? Oh, what is SolidWorks? Wait a minute, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Because is that a thing where you can create 3D print files? Is that a CAD program? Because I need to see if something beyond Tinkercad will help me create some stuff I've been trying to create. Or maybe Justin can print for you and you can design for me and I will pay Justin for you. I mean, we could do a roundabout something. I mean, this is some pretty high level business negotiations going on now.
Cheryl, here is your reminder. Go make dinner.
Oh, let's go make dinner. Okay, my crafting
Cheryl,
time is
here
up.
Your reminder. Go make dinner.
Let's see what happens if I put this in place first. Will you fit in my book is the big question. Height-wise, yes, it absolutely fits. Depth-wise, it's a tiny bit too much still. The big question after that then will be, will I be heartbroken if I have to chop off part of the stories? Hold on, let's see what happens. Yep, it is definitely sticking out. So I only have a couple of choices. I either don't use it, cut it off, or figure a way to make it stronger and create a fold. It's not a ton though. I wouldn't have to take off too terrible much. Oh, there's another option though. I could add something, usually in the form of lace, to the edge of this book to make the book cover wider. I need to think about that. SolidWorks is probably the most well-known CAD software in the industry. I'm not all that good at it though. I have used Tinkercad before and I don't like it. Oh, okay, well I've been using it and I don't know that I like or don't like it because I don't know any better. Because it's the only CAD program I've ever used. But you don't like it, why? Quickly, because you and I both have to go. And Char, we both have to go. Michael has an event and I have to go make dinner for my at-home Michael. So give me a quick word about why Tinkercad is not great. Although, I mean, I did say I already have my own opinion, right? And I do. But it is minimal because I know no different. All right. I don't know, Fred. You were here when I did the original flip through. I think this is becoming a highly improved journal. I'm much happier with it as I'm moving forward. Char, it was very nice to hang out with you today. And if anybody watches this in the near future, you know, you're watching the replay or whatever, please like, comment, and subscribe and all that fancy business stuff. And I I will see you in the future, and we will work on this journal some more, as well as many others, because I just want to keep making them. It's just clunky in comparison. Yeah. Well, it always is just a feeling. You got to use what's right for you, right? But I have never used anything, and I needed to learn. And I heard that it was fabulously good for learning Tinkercad. And it was. It had mechanics and stuff I was familiar with just in my graphics knowledge, right? Yeah. Okay. Toodles. Bye, everybody.